Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XIII Lightning Returns. As completing our main quest lines, we do not have much left to do. After leaving the tower and equipping ourselves a new weapon which seems to be extremely good. On my overall staggering schemata here, Ignition, if we put that on, we get quick stagger as well, so we'll be able to stagger so much faster. We have ourselves at least one more side quest to do here, as well as one back in Luxerion to check up on. So with that said, to the Warrens, or more to the point, let's deal with this quest first of all foremost. Plus supposedly, on day 7, the monsters start to get harder, so it might be a good idea for us to take out some certain hard enemies before time ticks on. Luckily, those enemies give 2 EP, so we can get them in constant chronostasis to last one them out. So, it's here we're going to deal with a quest.
Have you found it? I speak of the Grail of Valhalla.
I don't have any solid clues, but I did come across some strange writing that might be connected somehow.
Huh? Writing, you say? And did you find this writing somewhere within the temple?
Exactly. I copied some of the more interesting looking stuff. What do you think? Is there a chance that you can decode it?
Of course I can. If, that is, I have the one and only copy of the legendary scriptures of the goddess Etro.
Let me get this straight. If I want to decipher these mystery glyphs, I need a legendary book. A book so rare that only one of them exists?
Not all things that exist have physical form. The scriptures of which I speak are inside my mind. Do you understand? Give me a copy of the glyphs, and I shall translate them. I am, however, a capricious man, and I cannot guarantee I will speak the truth.
Okay then, why'd you say that? Well, we'll just hand over a copy of the ancient glyph, surely it'll move things along.
Give me the writings you have, and I shall decipher them.
What do they say?
Born by wings of white, the Chosen One flies, cross heaven's path, to where the sacred vessel lies. The word vessel here is almost certainly a reference to the Grail of Valhalla.
Which means I need to find the heaven's path, right?
Yes, it would appear so. I believe you have stumbled on a valuable clue.
Okay then, thank you for the clue. Now it's time to really figure things out though.
Born by wings of white, the Chosen One flies, cross heaven's path, to where the sacred vessel lies. It appears your task now is to find the path of heaven.
We shouldn't be too hard, especially with Highwind here, or should I say him by his real name? I don't know, we've given him a name after all. We should stick with it, as he keeps calling it Choco, of course. But still, the path of heaven, where we fly, will be this away, if I'm right in saying. Let's keep the chronostasis going here, because ever since it passes 3 o'clock, the Moenectons appear, and we don't want them appearing, that's for sure. Right. Is this what we're dealing with, considering what we saw before?
What are these?
Aha, perhaps I can assist you here.
You followed me?
Prompted by idle curiosity. Does this writing interest you? Allow me to... Hark now, hear the words. Heaven's path is the way of prayer. Bow low and worship their goddess. Wings born on sacred air. There is more, but the letters are worn away.
That's enough. Wings born on sacred air. I think I have that covered, and something tells me I know where this heaven's path is.
We're checking out tablets, then that shouldn't be too hard for us. We've seen a fair few along our path. A plate metal fragment is ours.
This looks like a relic from ancient times. I wonder if it's something to do with the Grail of Valhalla.
All the same, let's go claim the other ones, though I don't want to be fluttering before I take the edge. My health bar's fluttering there as well. I probably should heal myself up somehow.
Another fragment. It looks like the others. I should keep searching. They might be clues to tracking down the Grail.
Okay then, let's move on. Because the last one, if it is the last one that we've seen outside, well actually there's one down there as well. Thinking about it, but we did see one along a path up here.
They're just broken shards, but I'd better collect everything. I've got a nice collection of shards, but I'm no closer to the Grail. Maybe I should show these to the professor and see what he thinks.
Well, let's get going then. I was wondering if I'd have to check out the one below us as well. Come on, get on Odin here. Well, let's get moving. We can't fly our way back, we can just simply fly our way back to the path. Yes, I know only one person can enter. That person was me, don't you know? Like, although we've had a problem. Well, Professor Latham, have we done what you need?
Yes. Yes. I believe you have succeeded at last. You have found the Grail of Valhalla.
I have? All I found were these broken shards.
Exactly! The shards scattered along Heaven's path are themselves the remains of the Sacred Grail. All that remains now is for me to restore the treasure to what it once was. There, the Grail of Valhalla. Here it belongs to you. Finally, I have achieved what I set out to do. My real objective was to find the true vessel.
The true vessel?
I understand now. The Grail of Valhalla is said to be filled with the divine grace of the goddess herself. But it is not a man-made object. It is a living thing. The person who has inherited the goddess's grace. You see now, don't you? Just as I am the safekeeper of the scriptures, the vessel that keeps the sacred wisdom safe. You, who can navigate Heaven's path, are the vessel that contains the Etro benediction. You are the true Grail of Valhalla. Thank you. You have shown me the truth. The truth that I devoted my life to finding.
No problem, sir. Quest is complete. We get ourselves the Sacred Knight Garb, Crest of Etro, and 10 strength and 16 magic. Now that's a reward.
Me? A vessel for the grace of a goddess? No, it doesn't make any sense. No, it can't be. Even if my heart was big enough for such a thing, I don't feel anything there. If I am a vessel, I am an empty one.
Well, that's a very bad thing to say about yourself, but let's chronostasis ourselves up once more. And then think about, well, let's check that garb first and foremost, see exactly what kind of powers it's got on it. It'll be the newest one here, it's the Sacred Knight. Well, it looks cool, that's for sure. It's like a white version of the Dragoon, maybe. Maximum ATB plus 20, default ATB starts at 50%, Soul of the Knight and defensive position, which physical resistance and maximum HP by 5%, and the effectiveness of guard, light guard, or heavy guard is up. We have defensive strike on as an ability there, in place of everything. What's... of course we've got ourselves a standard costume on. So we can have our own slots for our debuffing schematic, but that would probably be quite a good one to have as well, apart from that. Well, let's gather myself a bit more EP here. I knew one of these would spawn. We're running out of monsters in the Wildlands after all. It's time to extinct things. Yes, yes, hit me all you want. It seems Choco's curing me after all. Odin's very nice to me. Alright, lightning is extra proof, which means Aurora should be the be-all and end-all strategy there. And now that you're down, Artemis Arrow can come out and deal some serious chunking of your health. Two extra EP, no problem whatsoever. Ice Storm level 1 and an amp chip gained. So with that said, I guess it's time to head back away. Now, one of the things I want to do though is check out Chocolina here for any quest that we have to give in. So I guess better than teleporting, we'll be running with chronostasis. So I'll see you along there at the station. to pick ourselves up some more stats, so I think I'm heading the wrong way right now. Oh well, may as well extinct these guys. I'll see you at the station.
Odin, show me.
So we return to the station, where Chocolina awaits for us to get ourselves some small stat gains, I'm sure. Let's see if she's got any new quests or any quests that we've completed.
Miss Mighty Savior, what can I do for you on this fine day?
Give me some small stats. Well, we got ourselves new quests as well. Hunting the Hunter we need 4 more green moss for, but fresh fertilizer is here, so I've heard rumours that some of the best natural fertilizer comes from Triffids. A bit of goopy goo on the soil, and the crops just burst out of the ground. I'd like to try some out before recommending it to Sarala of Canopus Farms, but I don't have any. Perhaps some kind soul could bring me a gloopy handful or two. Well, I've got 47 of them. Have I really defeated that many? Well, they still haven't gone extinct, how dare they? Tropical tree, scholar's beard, a little bit of magic to go with it. For the future is complete as well, because we've got tons of amp chips. As if we need them. Alright, we get ourselves some more attachments. +1 in each stat isn't too bad. Oh well, it's better than the canvas quest we were getting first of all. Chocobo Chow, we have some Geisel Greens at hand. And that will get us strength +2. Emergency treatment is done with the Chocobo and the animal potion claimed. I'm hoping for some better rewards for this one, considering what was involved. All the collectibles there made into things, but yeah, okay, strength 2 magic 1, not bad. We got ourselves some Afro chicks as well. We have a mystical meal for this Moogle gourmand. And that will get us pink rucksack, Afro and white chick, and strength 1 magic 2. All in all, kind of going together to make a full quest. Nearly got them all done here, but we got Etro's Forbidden Tome first and foremost. In the wildlands lies a secluded village called Poltae, inhabited by worshippers of the goddess Etro who devote themselves to lives of pious contemplation. Somewhere in that village, I've been told, can be found Etro's Forbidden Tome, a book that records a prophecy that has been kept secret for many long centuries. Well, I guess we've got to head back there then, considering it's a global. But we could do that another time, because supposedly heading back here, something might happen.
Hey! What's happening over at Canopus Farms?
Mighty strange. Never heard of anything like that before.
You running off to Luxarian?
Ran off. More like it.
I'm detecting large infusions of chaos in the area. They're all over Canopus Farms.
Why would chaos suddenly appear across a single village like that? I have to check it out.
Indeed we do, let's get moving. Well, thanks to your guys' tips and advice, I probably will be able to get through this period of where we don't have any definitive kind of going forward motion and being told what to do, no main quest lines to do. In the meantime, I'll just beat things up for more goopy goo. Alright then, Canopus Farms isn't that far away, it shouldn't be. After all, it's just over there. Just gotta follow the road or meet back up with it. And more to the point, look for the massive chaos ingested area. What on earth is going on here? Well, everyone's outside of it. I'm glad they got out.
Leave me be, damn you. Go!
What is it?
It's the Chocobos, the ones I'm treating. They're inside the chaos. I've got to get them to safety.
Doctor, it's too late!
Did all the villagers make it out okay?
Yes, everyone is accounted for. Except for the Chocobos. They were too slow.
I saw something in there. It was a Chocobo Eater. If we don't get those Chocobos to safety fast, they'll be slain. Every last one of them.
You want to help your fellows, is that it? I didn't need to ask.
I've analyzed the chaos. The monster inside is too large to be a Chocobo. I can only assume that it's a Chocobo Eater.
Okay then, let's head inside.
It's as if the Chocobo Eater targeted our village.
Which makes extreme sense considering what goes on here.
Too late.
I've never seen a chaos infusion like this. Not only is it covering a large area, it's not losing any power.
This chaos didn't appear naturally. Someone or something has brought it here deliberately.
Well, let's take it out then.
Where is the source of the infusion?
Together we can prevail.
Less talking, more doing, eh? Now this thing's gonna hurt a lot being chaos infused as well. This is probably the one monster I do want to extinct. So of course its weakness is to lightning and to air. We can try to stagger it at least with this. Even if it doesn't do damage, it will get the stagger on. Right, so stagger now. We can go for some Artemis arrows. Alright, and then back to some Auroras, I guess. A D-Shell would have probably helped me a little bit. Alright, I'm going to be able to tank that damage just because, but to be honest, if I overclock on this, I should be able to get him down a lot faster with all these incoming Auroras. Most importantly, it's going to fill up my gauge for Artemis arrows to really go to work.
My journey continues.
That's the damage I wanted to deal, that's for sure. Chocobo Eater down, free EP gained, and Green Monster Moss.
Forgive me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't save your friends. I can do this. Let me pray for them. It's no substitute for salvation. But at the very least, perhaps I can give them peace. Odin! My friend, you have to know, I am powerless. I couldn't save all the souls who yearned for salvation. With each failure, I grew more despondent. But even in my despair, I kept fighting. The bond we had, it transcended centuries. No matter how much we changed, I always felt your strength. Even in my darkest hours, you made me strong.
And another quest is complete. And we get Gagenrad, Odin's Horn as an attachment, and quite a nice set of stats as well. With that said, I pretty much better stick on Chronostasis straight away before Moe and Nectons come. Because if things really are getting harder on day 7, I kind of want to make sure that we don't hit it without destroying the Chocobo Eaters. It'd be nice if we could head over to the desert as well and get rid of their equivalent there. I don't like either of those monsters. They definitely provide me the most problems, but if I use EP like Overclock to be able to defeat them, I might be able to just nip them down without no problem. I better pick up these just in case another quest comes along that involves guys or greens. Let's check out this weapon. Right. Is it any good? Is it any good? Right, we've got Chaos's Revenge on the moment, which is 600 of everything and quick stagger 75%, so that's great. We've got Gagenrad, Odin's actual blade, within it the Spirit of the Eidolon Odin, which is called the Decider of Victory. It has Strength 500, Magic 500, minus 90% stagger power, ouch, not a staggering weapon then, ATB speed plus 25, and Strength overall minus 50%. That doesn't sound too good. That really doesn't sound too good. It's a nice looking weapon, but maybe not perfect for all strategies here. Well, with that said, I think I've definitely found myself something to hunt and make extinct before the night's over. So over to the Chocobo Eaters we go. Let's find ourselves some last ones. Well, in all the fighting I've been doing, I found myself a last one, but not exactly the one we were looking for, because we fought tons of these flans while after Caius. And now it leads to a last one battle versus them. Very purple are you? Well, I know you're weak to Blizzard, so with that said, we're just going to Ice Spark you crazily. And we don't exactly have all that much in the way of ice spells to hit you with at the moment. Now that fire hurt from the last one really badly. That's for sure, but all the same, we should stagger it. And take it out without too much trouble. An auto regen on after all, and I can regen myself up with Medigards. So another last one defeated, Ecto Pudding Omega, and we're going to be doing a lot of last one hunting, I'm sure. Fire level 2 gain and Silver Mana Stone as well. What item are you going to give me as a reward? A Tenacious Ring. Now what will that do, if equipped? Critical Barrier. Strengthens defenses when HP is at 50% or below. Sounds not too bad, you gotta say, but for now, let's hunt those creatures that we're actually after, Chocobo Eater Omega. So, our desired target has been brought to extinction levels. A fairy purple beast stands before us, so, with a peck, let's get fighting the stronger version. Let's go, Odin. So how much HP does this guy have? Well, that's quite a bit more, that's for sure. 540,000 we're going to have to eat through. And I'm guessing if I mess this up in any way, I could go down and die with not much of a problem. So with that said, use all my EP might not sound like a bad idea for once. Alright, let's get some Auroras in. I know you're getting peckish, but couldn't you stagger a little bit easier, sir? Ah, here we go. Time for some Artemis Arrows, because it seems to be the quickest way to defeat this guy. Is to get him staggered at this point. So an overclock of Artemis Arrows will lead to a ton of damage, that's for sure. So now a second stagger. In fact, we're just laying into him now, aren't we? Ton of damage done. I'm not going to get him staggered again just yet, am I? Let's go for the Auroras. Should you cook me? No. I don't think I'm going to be able to defeat you without overclocking again before you go crazy. But overclocking definitely is the way to get things done. In fact, we only needed one more strike, so did I even need to overclock? A liberal use of it, with all the EP we gain by farming the monsters, will get us 5-star scores. And wins against Crazy Beast. 8 EP gain for defeating every Chocobo Eater. We get Magnet level 2, Platinum Mana Stones. And an item on top of it. You obtain a Crippling Hood. Now that doesn't sound too good for us if we were to use it. Crippling Hood. What kind of power are you? Resist magic damage plus 15% and Protect Thief. Unleash heavy slash on an enemy affected by Protect, Shell or Vigilance. And steal the effects for yourself. That's kinda cool. Now does that count with Artemis Arrow? I do not know, but resist magic damage 15% is not a bad thing anyway. What do we currently have on our physical type guy? Strength plus 15%. Ah, there, well that's another thing. We like extra damage more than anything else, but there we go, Chocobo Eater defeated. Maybe we should go do the Earth Eaters next. But for that, that's the end of another episode. We know we have a quest to continue over in Luxarion, so I'll get moving over to wherever destination I end up. Tune in next time to see where in Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. Bye-bye.